process. It goes through, sponsored projects. It has to be approved. There's a lot of different layers. And in addition, you're going to be paying for overhead. So there's a large overhead component. So in a system or in this process where actually time and money are both at a premium, you're cheaper off not going that way as well. So
I'll just add, since Ms. McDonald probably had to be a little careful with her words, as someone who has had personal experience dealing with UC and with UC Berkeley, both as an employee and as a consultant, it is very difficult to get money out of the university and figure out which pot of money that, even though it's been approved and you have budget for it, it's very hard to spend. So I will just say that.
So I guess my question is this, since it was raised with a discussion of consultants, I would just like clarity as to what consultants, identify the consultant for me. In other words, you have a redistricting line drawing consultant, which you're saying now would not be with Berkeley more than likely, so I understand that. And then we're talking about the other consultants such as CCP to assist us with outreach, and then you're also looking at possibly another consultant as presented by the technical committee for the educational input. Is that what I'd just like to summarize who these consultants are so we can determine who has interagency contracts that we would use, such as CCP, versus opening up this bid process. So I'd like to get an idea of what we're talking about as far as scope.
So I'm going to try to, I want to start from the bottom and just work up so that we can see this kind of stack up. Or actually, I apologize. So I'm going to start from the top and move down because that's really the way it should work. We are going to need someone who can draw these lines for us and take this data and produce not only the maps but the reports that go with them. Those individuals will either have, in this case, we would have to have a second contract with Berkeley in order to obtain that equipment, or the individual who offered their services in that case would offer their own equipment. So we would have to separate out. That's why it was proposed to me that it was just very simple. That you just, everybody knows what's supposed to be done. You just get this scope of work out in a couple of days, and then you just get the responses back. But it's not that clean. We have different types of components that will have to be separated out. So first the line drawers. Then the equipment that needs to be let. In this case, that would be with Berkeley, or possibly a line drawer would have